welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tankcramer, and Will said he was gonna be here, but I don't know. He hasn't showed up yet. Let's see. Oh wait, he just popped in right now. Hold on. Oh wait. What happened?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
It's only me.
Yeah. It didn't show. I'm trying to do
what
a
is
bit.
going on? Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to do a bit. Maybe next time.
I didn't see that part. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit! I just thought about it like last second. I was like, we should do a bit where like I'm like, I don't know where Will's at, and then like the screen pops up, and then you just like slide in. I was like, oh man, that's why I sent a message, but it was like within like the past like 5 seconds.
Yes. So just so you know, it's a little hard to see through the through the mask.
I figured.
No glasses. So
I figured.
I don't fault you. Like no one thinks about that. But.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think that was one of the issues. So obviously, we're Spoiler Kings. My name is Tankcramer. I'm with Will, and we are talking Halloween Kills, the newest Halloween movie. And so you were wearing the Michael Myers mask before it was on screen. So I don't think everybody even got to see it, which kind of sucks.
Oh
No, I was like, oh yeah.
I'll throw it back on.
Good.
Stay tuned till the end. It looks pretty legit. This mask, I paid a decent amount of money. How much is a decent amount of money? It's a lot. But yeah,
we'll re-record it. So so if you're watching live, you get an extra thing. But if not, we'll re-record it. But yeah, we are the Spoiler Kings. We're talking about Halloween Kills. This is the 12th freaking Halloween movie, dude. Like,
wow, that's ridiculous.
That's not including the Rob Zombie versions.
Wow.
This is 12 like with like the actual original I guess quick characters and storylines,
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's that's a lot. When was the first one even came out?
First one came out in 1978. I know this.
1978. Really?
Yeah, 1978, but the story is based in 1963. First one.
Yeah. I remember that one. That it was different. 1978. Holy crap, man!
Right, quite a bit ago, but yeah, that's when the first one came out. It was very successful, and then homie Jason, no, not Jason. Jason's mother was the next competitor making the Friday the 13th franchise. She started off as the killer, and then they went the whole like son vengeance story. So.
Yeah. That one's my least favorite out of the big three.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, Michael, I think is always holds a certain place in horror film, fans' heart. But for me, Freddy, man, Freddy is the ultimate like scary bad guy, dude. Like he goes in your dreams.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll get into that maybe later. We'll talk about some other scary guys as Halloween comes up. The actual Halloween holiday comes up. But yeah, man. You just want to watch the trailer real quick?
Yeah, let's check it out. You got the synopsis for me?
You have? I didn't pull it up yet.
I got it. Let's do it.
You gonna wait? Got it. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
So this was,
Who's Bobby?
Bobby?
It's Tommy Doyle.
Tommy. Am I saying Bobby?
Tommy.
Oh my
Tommy.
God.
Doyle.
Tommy Doyle.
Tommy was like Bobby. Tommy.
Who's Bobby? Anyways, Tommy Doyle. Right.
I think I know the picture of him.
Yeah. He's bald looking, and he's different than what we've had in the past, right? We've had Paul Rudd. First one. I mean, I'm sorry, that was his breakout role. It was a horror film. Yeah, tell me about it, right? Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
For this now. Paul Rudd.
Yes, he was in. Which Halloween was it, sweetheart? Halloween 4.
6, the curse of Michael Myers.
Curse of Michael Myers. It was after the whole like really witchcraft and like extra stuff.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be part of this, man. It's not what we got going on over here. But it was 6. Yeah,
and Paul Rudd was supposed to come back.
Yeah, imagine.
I think that would have taken away from a little bit because I think Jamie Lee Curtis deserves to be the only one because she really wasn't the main star in this one.
She wasn't.
You know, and I think Paul Rudd might have taken away a little bit of the Michael Myers kind of center thing they were going for here.
That's fair.
Yeah, because he's so big. He's always been big, but he's extra big right now. You know, where Jamie Lee Curtis is kind of not in the spotlight anymore. So
she fell off, like right? That. She definitely fell off. And it's not because like her talent, you know, got worse or like it's not because of anything. It's just she's living her life. So yeah, she has a bunch of other investments and she got her hands in a bunch of honeypots. So she's making money. So you know, she's not worried.
Yeah, not worried about money. Yeah, but yeah, I think, and then also, I mean, we can get in a whole like older women stop getting work kind of thing. But I mean, she's still awesome, man. She came dressed up as her mom from Birds, I believe, to the Halloween red
premiere,
carpet, which is awesome. Yeah, super cool, man. Super cool. You know, she's awesome. She's a big nerd, you know, too. So she was always dressed up as cosplay and stuff like that. So she's cool. She's cool.
I love that because like she rolls with the punches. Like she's the type of celebrity that you see her on the street, like she'll show you respect and she'll treat you as, you know, any other person.
There you go. Yeah. So Oli said how much it made. We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah, because the box office
did some numbers, right?
Yeah, pretty good numbers in the box office. Which I'm kind of surprised because it was on Peacock as well. I watched it on Peacock. But yeah. That's why I
watched it. Yeah, I watched it in the theater. Actually, I wonder, man. I'm kind of like hoping someone actually filmed me. I'm talking like that. They recorded me, right? And how do you say? They might be posted somewhere soon. But I dressed as Michael Myers to the theater.
I saw that.
Got in line. I ordered and everything. It was super funny. But it's not until I was getting my food that I think a possible supervisor or manager was like, "Hey, sir, you got to take that mask off. It's covering your full face identity." And I'm like, "You shitting me, dog? We're already wearing masks to begin with."
I know. Like, you already half of your face is covered. What's the other half?
You're gonna tell me? You're gonna tell me apart in a lineup? You really think so? I really doubt it. There's a bunch of guys that look just like this right here. This is the moneymaker, but this looks like a lot of people.
That's kind of funny. That's oh my gosh. But yeah, that's here or there. Anthony Michael Hall was Tommy Doyle.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean this cast was brought back all the big guys, most of the big guys, and brought back like
some classics, some characters.
Yeah, some of the older. But they also did this one like was like a straight continuation from the last one.
Yes,
it was like this one mostly started exactly where that one ended, and
yes,
I really don't remember the last one because I'll admit I stopped watching Michael after like number 4.
Oh yeah,
and I think I jumped back in around H2O, and I was like okay. And then that was when it was kind of like random kind of coming out.
There was no hype like how it used to be. Horror is getting so desensitized to the point where like it's a joke more times than not. When they use the same elemental tools as they used in the past for horror, you can't do those things anymore now. Now you got to really rely on the jump scares, on the gore, and like CGI. Like it's a big controversy going on, but that's not story for another day.
I'm not a big fan of jump scares. I don't think it's like, but there's no movies that have jump scares that, you know, it's just part of what it became, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I thought this was gonna be like back to old school kind of stuff, but it kind of went a different way a little bit. I felt like. But that's being said, you want to talk about some of the good stuff about the movie?
Yes, I do want to talk about some of the good stuff. So. My favorite part of this whole thing was that, and it was kind of controversial too. There was like a petition going around to remove the scene where the firefighters all get just hacked. Oof, because I understand there are first responders. How does that look? You know, but then again, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
it's fiction. It's not inspired by
he's
true
killing
events.
police. You know, he's yeah.
Michael Myers is rated E for everybody. Everybody getting these hands because he gets a kid in this movie. Spoiler alert! I know you read it. Yeah, he kills a kid. They don't show it. I'm glad they didn't show it, right? But
we're gonna talk about that in a sec because oh god, the ending.
But my favorite scene when Michael Myers was going ham on the firefighters. Because it's just so funny that they try to help whoever's inside the house that's on fire. This one right here. And they think they're doing the good thing. And then boom, just he goes in. The kill count, it gets upped in this movie from past movies. So that's another thing that I really enjoyed was just seeing a bunch of more killing. I know how that sounds. Sorry, Mom. But like, nah. I want to see the kills.
It's a Michael Myers movie. That's, it's what you expect, It's just how it is. So yeah, you expect like some cool stuff about it. What was your favorite kill? There was like you said, there was a bunch of kills.
My favorite exact kill would probably have to be
anybody watching, let us know in the comment or in chat what was your favorite kill.
Yeah, what was your favorite kill? Let us know. I think one of mine, and because it was just such a malicious kill, like it got me in my feels. It got me like visually. I'm like, oh, did he just do that? He kills. Spoiler alert. He kills. What's his name? Hold on.
Only saying the flashback scene was awesome. The flashback scene was awesome. I was kind of confused at first because that's the opening scene is the flashback scene. I thought that was shot perfectly. It had the old school cuts and the music. And I was like, oh man, I was like, that really pulled me into the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite
opening scene.
Yeah, true. The whole like all in one take camera movement. That's pretty dope. They brought that back. That's an old school element that you don't see every day because everything's now cut, right? Yeah. There's no one shot scenes where one camera is in movement the whole time and is nice and steady. That's a nice thing, right? It's not on a dolly. It's not on a track. Nothing. It's just like old school. Just real steady. Follow the whole thing and you capture a whole scene. Badass. Yeah. So my favorite kill was to. Cameron Elam. He was the guy with the long hair that found the cop dead in the street. Not the cop. He wasn't dead in the street. He was hurt in the street. And when he twisted his neck in the freaking stairs, oh man, that was great.
Yeah, that was really I didn't expect that because that was more of like a FU kind of kill.
It was.
Like, he already beat him to death. He's going to die. And then like the granddaughter was all like, come get me, you son of a bitch, kind of shit. And as he's walking down the stairs, his head's just hanging there. He's like, looks and wow. I was like, oh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Oli said seeing Dr. Loomis again was pretty awesome too. Yeah. That was really cool.
Right.
That was cool.
And then I guess my other favorite was probably seeing my favorite kill, because it was a nice kill. It was a sentimental kill. Were the two Johns. Remember the two Johns? There were two lovers.
Big John, Little John.
Big John, Little John. I know. I that was so funny. See, horror does that. They like to bring comedy sometimes in, even on purpose, because you need a little relief from like what you just seen that might be, traumatizing even. Yeah. And so I forgot that he kills him, but when he does kill him, he pretty much like sets them together and lay together. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Michael Myers has a heart.
Yeah. Well, and those actors, Scott MacArthur and Michael McDonald.
I love
Michael McDonald. He is so underrated, so underused. Yes. I wish he was in more stuff. Dude is, and if you don't know who Michael McDonald is, he's Stewie. He's like, look what I can do, and that's Michael McDonald, and he's been in a bunch of different random things, and I actually forgot. I should have told you. I was like, you want to start off with like Big John, Little John. Because that was hilarious. I'm like, you call him like Big John. And I'm like, oh. And then he's like, oh yeah, Little John. I'm like, that's freaking funny.
So funny.
but that was honestly that was one of my favorite kills is when he kills Big John, because that whole scene was stupid. And I remember now I was like, oh, Michael can kill all these people throughout the 40 years is because this town is just full of the dumbest people in the world. It was like,
yep.
they realize Michael's in the house, and then he grabs a freaking butter knife, like it was a cheese knife or something like that. Some stupid.
Oh, you know what's so funny about that? So Big John was, if you want to talk in terms of the right lingo, he was a top, right? Little John was a bottom, and so, and that's me assuming. That's unfair, but that's what's kind of implied in the movie, and so, the more I guess masculine Big John, he grabs the smallest knife and it just looked ridiculous. Big kind of like, machismo dude, he grabbed the little knife, and then Little John, which he's not any shorter or smaller than him, but he was more in touch with his
Michael McDonald's a pretty tall guy, though. I think he's like 6'5". He's pretty, especially compared to Scott MacArthur. Scott MacArthur's more like average, like 5'10". I want to say 5'11".
No
I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah, which is kind of also like kind of funny. It's like the taller guy is the little guy, and the little guy was like the big guy. But yeah. There's, but well, real quick. So he said Michael has killed 2 kids, right? In the first movie, he kills a boy, and then in this movie, he kills a trick or treater. Yeah, they don't. He kills a bunch of teenagers ish, I guess, right? But that boy was pretty young. I want to say he was maybe like 12, so barely at the cusp. But yeah, I was kind of surprised that they didn't show the killing for that, because obviously he's not going to show them killing a boy, a little kid. But it was definitely obviously implied because he was holding his head. So
just the head.
Just the head.
Just the head.
But yeah, so when Big John, they go looking for Michael Myers in the house, which is stupid. They know he's in the house, and they decide to lock the door. It was like, you guys are stupid. What are you doing? But Big John, he's the big tough guy. He goes and looks around with his little cheese knife, and he's standing in the doorway, and they do that camera cuts away, and it cuts back, and Michael's like right over his corner, and he just stabs him in the armpit. And then my first reaction was like, like I felt it, it was like, why in the armpit? Like, oh God. And then he stabbed him in the armpit, and then he like turned around and just like, mountain Game of Thrones his head, and popped his eyeballs out. It was like, oh. So yeah. So I said I didn't like that Dr. Loomis nurse died again.
Yeah, man. She died in like one of the other ones, man. And then she's back again for the reunion.
Michael killed her in H2O. He killed her in H2O.
There you go.
Oh my God. Yeah, I haven't watched. I saw Halloween, which was the one that came out in 2018, I believe, which was the one right before this. And I watched it maybe like once for sure, maybe twice, but I don't remember too much. I remember how it ends, with the fire and stuff. H2O, I really don't remember what happens, because that was a long time ago.
I've seen bits and pieces like recently, but it's been just too long. Another favorite kill of mine was the cop. I forgot who his name was, but it's that scene where he's like looking in the house, and he's like, looking around, and he sees footsteps or something like that. Or no, was it that one? Anyways, the line he says is like, man, a little town like Haddonfield where nothing happens. And as soon as he says nothing happens, Michael comes out and just chokes the crap out of him, and he kills him. So good.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I was trying to look for the whole list. Do list in order. But yeah. Halloween, obviously the original from 78. Halloween 2, I remember I liked a lot. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, I don't remember. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, I don't remember that one.
They started talking about witchcraft, and it's like, what?
Yeah, The Curse of Michael Myers. That's I'm assuming that's the one where Paul Rudd was probably in, right? And then H2O was 1998. So yeah, I really don't remember it. I remember H2O though. But yeah, and then Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Well, then they got into Halloween with Rob Zombie. and then Halloween. I think
wasn't
there's
with
something missing
that.
here.
I wasn't with that. I like the idea that he dove into more real problems and what creates a serial killer like that. And that was cool, but just execution wise, I wasn't with it. I
Halloween
wasn't with
Resurrection
it.
is funny because of Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah, man, he does like what ninja moves on him
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, something
It's pretty
stupid.
funny.
Yeah, 95 one, that which was the Curse of Michael Myers.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I feel that's one thing that this one took from Rob Zombie was this was a Blumhouse production. And Blumhouse they do a lot of like horror films. Obviously, they do a lot of like crazy stuff. But I felt like they took some of the goriness from Rob Zombie's films and used it, because this one was a lot gorier than a lot of the other ones. Like a lot gorier.
The fans have been demanding it. If you didn't know, the fans have been demanding more of a Saw type like gore and like more details. But as you know, Michael Myers doesn't show the details of his kills. You see more of the feeling. You see more of like when he murders you, if you will. You just see his face, which is no expression, and you always see this much, and you see the knife getting driven in. But you don't even see it going in. You just see that you just know that it went in.
Yeah, you see him like holding the handle to the and the blades in him. They don't show it usually.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I think that's just how things are now. They just want all the gore, and I'm like,
oof, that's a big oof.
I get it. I mean, I know we were trying to do like extra videos in between, during the week. And we were trying to do that stuff. I mean, we'll still try and we'll figure things out. But we watched Night of the Living Dead, the original old school like first zombie movie ever.
Yeah,
and that it holds up, and they don't show any too much gore. They show a little bit, but it's very, very little, and they barely show any of the zombies. And that movie's still so amazing. And I was like, you don't need to show the guy's eyes popping out of his head. You know what I mean? So, for it to be good. Like the original was good because it was the hunt. It was like he was always there. You turn around, he's in the back, and it's like that was good. But I think now everything is like guts and blood and Tarantino, amount of blood everywhere.
Of course.
So Oli said, so this Halloween movie ignores Halloween 2, 1981, but they use a scene from it. I see. Oli's really into it.
She gets into the deep dives.
Yeah.
She's the type that goes into the deep dives. She'll know all those like hidden facts and behind the scenes. She's my special features. When remember back in the day when you'd have a DVD, you pop that thing in, and then like you watch the movie and you're like, oh, what else about the movie? And then you check out the special features. That's Oli. That's Oli.
Your director's commentary.
Exactly. You know the vibes.
Halloween. Yeah. I liked it, but it was never like my go-to scary movie. It was definitely Freddy. Like Freddy was always pretty good, but even Freddy, I laid off after a while when it started getting weird. I know the years of the movies. Yeah, seriously, like he's like boom, boom, boom.
She don't play.
Yeah. So what was some of the bad stuff that you didn't like?
So I don't know if it was intentional, but one thing that I don't like, or that I didn't like, was the fact that in a few of the scenes, I almost felt like Mikey was smiling. His mask, like the corners of his mouth were like curled, and he looked like he was smiling either after certain kills or right before he's about to kill. I want to say it's right after he kills. And
I didn't even notice that.
Yes, watch that movie again. Watch this again, and look at his just the corners of his mouth. If you look at like right now, your background, right? Yeah. It's just it's a straight line. I mean, obviously it has a curvature to like his face shape, but like really, he has supposed to have just a blank stare, no emotion. No motion. That's his whole gig. That's his whole cliche niche, if you will. Yeah. So when I see him smiling, like, yes, I think it's funny. It's hilarious that Mikey can make his mask somehow. I mean, I don't think it's intentional, but make his mask smile, almost like a taunt after killing someone.
Yeah,
he's not that deep. He's a real simple guy. He's just stab.
Kill his family. That's all he wants to do.
That's it. Just usual, family stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, one thing for me was, and I think it's just old school trope. Like it's just the stupid decisions people make. Like all the time. Like, and that's why I was like, I'm like, oh, that's why he's able to get away with so much because he's surrounded by morons. It's like, of course, no one can kill him because no one knows how to shoot a gun. Or like,
yeah.
So it's like in the car scene when it's the two couple in the back, the nurse and the doctor.
Yes.
And I can't remember the in the front. I can't think of their names. I'm brain fart. But it was a Lindsay and I forgot who the other one was. The older lady, Marion or something like that. But yeah, so they go and tell the little kids like, "Hey, get out of there."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and said Lori and Lindsay are the only survivors left. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess the granddaughter too, though, right? Did she?
The granddaughter, she didn't die. No.
No.
The granddaughter, isn't the granddaughter Lindsay?
No.
Who's
Lindsay's the little girl.
Which little girl?
That Annie babysat.
Yeah.
She's still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, they found her at where the spinny thing was, and they took the couple and they put the weird mask on them, and they were like dead. And they found her, Lindsay, I think, in the water. He's like, she should have been dead, and then I think that's is that the last time we see her in the movie?
I think it's the last time we see her.
Tommy at the hospital, and then I don't remember seeing her again after that. He's like, oh, get her to the ER, and it's like a jam-packed like hospital. He's like, yeah, no shit.
So busy. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember seeing her again. That's interesting. But yeah, but obviously Lori and but Lindsay. But like that scene right before, when Michael does his thing to everybody there, is they give the gun to the lady who shoots at everything. Like, hey, and then she shoots out all the windows. I was like, why? She's like, shot. Yeah. Oh my god. And I guess that was the whole thing with like Michael is like he knew when to show his face because he like counted the bullets or something stupid. But I mean, I don't know if he knew what gun she even had. So she had a little teeny revolver. But and then she's like, and then that was another thing. Is like, and she finally sees him. Right, face to face, sees who he is, not a hand or a sound or like a mask that like landed on the shield, and then she goes on to a little monologue kind of thing. This is for blah, and then there's no more bullets. I was like, the one time you should have like just like unloaded as soon as you saw him. So then he gets in and starts killing her, and then the guy dressed up as the doctor, I can't think of his name. He was a new guy. He was just like there just to be killed.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just sitting there watching, and then he decides to like front choke him with a fake stethoscope.
A fake one, yeah. That holds no strength. Would a real one? Yeah, no, the real one wouldn't do the job. Okay, there you go.
No, hell no, man. They're rubber. There's no way.
It would stretch it.
But he's like looking at him, and then he kind of like comes from the side. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, your wife ran out, but then even her, like she comes back and starts like, bah, 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 and then like she like one hands it and like he just flicks it like he's a freaking like, and she like shoots herself in the neck, and I was like, oh my god, everyone in this town are idiots.
He timed it so perfect. That was a little unbelievable. That was like some like
I mean it is
type stuff. Like he opens the door from the car or whatever. Yeah. And that hits her hand while she's holding the gun and shoots herself. Like how Sway?
Yeah. Right. This is when Tommy and the others find the couple and the nurse at the playground. It's when they also find like Lindsay by the water. They had the mask on from Halloween 3. That's pretty cool. I didn't know. I know they had the mask on from one of the kids he killed, right? The like skeleton one, and the other one was like a pumpkin or something. I forgot what the other one was.
I forget.
Yeah, but yeah, he had put him on the little spinning bitty thing. They're both like there. I was like, but yeah, man, that's the only thing I was like, oh my god. And then like the big finale is, like you said, Tommy kind of gets the whole freaking town worked up, and they chased the wrong guy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be a rocket scientist. This guy could barely move. He's crying, and like he's like 5'4". Michael Myers is like the tallest person you know.
For real. Like,
Like,
and he wears a
seriously.
mask. The other guy, he was balding and like with long hair somehow, and no mask. Mask, no mask. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
But they all like, oh, it's Michael. I'm like, what? And then like Karen, which is Judy Greer's character. No, she's like, it's not him, it's not him. And then Tommy's like, we don't give a shit. We're gonna go kill this guy. And
Wow.
it's like, you know,
Poor
and then the
guy.
whole like, yeah. It was the Jack-o'-lantern, the skeleton, and the witch mask from H3. Ah, nice. I remember the skeleton because that was the kid had that on, and then the Jack-o'-lantern and witch mask. She needs a be the was did she write the Wikipedia for
I don't
Halloween?
know. I think she's
Because,
been in the
yeah,
past, but she's like
Yeah.
she's known a lot of this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We visited
yeah.
his lore so many times that like she knows it just.
yeah. I mean, there's some people that have. One of my friends, she loves Freddy. Like she bought the whole box set and watched it many times and knows all the different like lore. So I get it, especially with these classic guys. Jason, Michael, and Freddy. People know everything about them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the classic ones. But oh man, just the people in this town are idiots.
That's one thing I really disliked. The intelligence of everybody in town.
Yeah. But I get it. I guess you have to do that to push the story forward. Is like you have to have the stupid people doing stupid things to make Michael be where he needs to be, kind of thing. So
it's just
it didn't ruin the film, but it's for me. I was legit screaming at my TV. I was like, "No, don't go in there! Why are you doing that?" Oh yeah, so yeah. Well, we already talked about it. So basically, everybody dies. Karen, which is Laurie's daughter, died. I agree with Oli. She should not have died. I'm kind of upset she did. Really, really upset she did.
I think I know why though. I think I know why. So what's kind of being done here is you're passing the torch. The couple movies that are happening right now, this one and the new Scream that's coming out in 2022, the old school characters are passing the torch to the new generation. Who's the new generation that has years ahead of them to be in this franchise? Laurie's granddaughter. How do you get her to be a fierce hero? Well, you kill off her mother. Now she wants vengeance because that's the whole theme with Mikey Myers.
Yeah.
He wants, it's always like a vengeance or like, it's just something that gets revisited. Well, boom, here's your vengeance, factor. You get, the mom to die, and then now the granddaughter has a purpose for trying to kill Mikey when before she was just trying to run from him. So that's
I mean, Michael already killed her dad. So now he killed her dad and her mom. So it's a double whammy, and then I guess it's more, killed Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know.
Stuff.
I was upset about that, but like going back to what Oli said earlier, where Tommy gets everybody killed. Yeah. That was kind of bonkers. So they literally trap him, and Karen helps with it, rips off his mask, so you can kind of see probably the most you've seen since the first one, I think, right? I mean, Oli probably know. Like,
the very first one actually showed almost the whole face. They showed like almost 90% of his face, and you even see like a cut or something. They show him. And the ones after that, they really kind of made him more mysterious and didn't show him. So they kind of revisited that where they show a lot of him. Like, so at some point later in the movie, was it Karen you said that she rips off the mask?
Yeah.
So, and you see like the back of his head, you notice that he's balding, obviously, because it's been some amount of years, right?
See, that's one thing too is was it balding? Or I was trying to tell, I was like, or is his hair singed off from being in a flaming house, a few hours ago?
Well, if not
I
mistaken,
couldn't get a good look at it.
well, think about it like this: when he was in the flaming house, right? Which, and you can even see. Oh no, you can't see it on your screen. If you look on the posters, or if you see him, his left side of his face is burned, right? So if that's the case, that means the left side of his hair should, in theory, be also burned off, or at
True.
least scarred, or look kind of like waxy looking. But
Yeah.
when you look at the scene where his mask is off and you see him walking, doing his OG little walk to go, hunt down his mask, you notice that he has hair all on this side,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
bald right smack in the middle. And I don't think that
Yeah.
even baldness even goes to the front. I think he might have like the M going on with the bald back here. I think
The bald
that's
spot.
yeah.
Well, the guy who played that part of Michael, I think he's fully bald. I think, but they
Fully
gave him
bald.
because there was three Michaels in this movie. James Jude Courtney, he was the one that you saw without the mask, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then you had Nick Castle, OG. He came back and he played a few parts of it. And then a
That's
younger version of Michael was Aaron Armstrong. He
Nice.
played the OG looking one, because obviously the eyes need to look young. You could definitely tell an old person's eyes with all the crow's feet and stuff like that.
course.
So they needed a younger person, and you could tell right away that wasn't Nick Castle in the flashback. I don't think it was. It didn't look like him, but that was pretty cool. But there are three people credited for Michael Myers in this film, but James
Interesting.
Jude Courtney is the one that we saw without the mask
Mm.
on there. But yeah, they even show when he puts it back on, he's got the gray beard kind of going.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
that was kind of cool seeing like he does age, but so they trap him, they get him in this like little death circle, and they beat the shit out of him, shoot him, stab him, beat him, stepped on him. I mean, Karen kind of curb stomped him on the step before, and he
Right.
nothing. And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, is that it?
I got to ask you, with your
Andrew,
medical knowledge, should a man of his size and his weight have died from the ass whooping that he got?
Oh,
Should he have died?
yeah. I mean, he got shot like 2 or 3 times, like in the upper right chest somewhere. I mean, shot point pretty close, by a decent sized gun. I really didn't pay attention to what kind of gun it was.
Yeah.
But at least the bullet hole from the fake, bullet, but yeah, pretty big thing. Because there were so many guns in this movie. Holy crap. I mean, shotguns, and then the guy Tommy opened up a tackle box, and it was just guns. Which was
He was
awesome.
ready.
Oh yeah, and then he had a bat for some reason. I'm like, okay,
That was ridiculous, by the way. A bat.
yeah, you're going for Michael Myers. What?
With a bat, when Dr. Loomis claimed all these years, I shot him 6 times.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, he got shot a few times, got stabbed like somewhere in the back neck area. That's almost asking for it, because there's so much stuff in your neck. So if you get stabbed even up there, that's really not good.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's a circle of people, and then he's on the floor, they thought dead, and he gets up and he kills everybody. I did not expect that. I mean, he kills everybody. I was like, holy shit.
And let me just add, not only did he kill everybody, he killed everybody that was prepared with weapons.
Yeah.
With weapons. All of Michael's suspects in the past, or not, I wouldn't say all of them, but a good majority of his victims have been people that were unsuspecting and not prepared, with no knowledge of him coming after them. So they didn't have any weapons, right?
Yeah.
But nah, this posse, boy, they were more strapped than the Chicago neighborhood on the south side. Like, I'm talking.
Well, they were out looking for him. They were chanting "Evil dies tonight." I mean, they were like, it was a mob, legit mob. And I think that was part of the whole movie was, and I think one of the cops even said that is like, oh, Michael turned us into the monster, and that was kind of the thing I think they were trying to get at. Real quick, Oli says Sandra and Phil's death is pretty sad. I'm trying to remember which one. Oh yeah, that one was sad. That one sucked. I was kind of upset about that one. There was they actually showed Sandra
that
dying
was
in the
super
trailer.
sad.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
did.
I didn't like that.
She was the black woman with the white
drone.
husband Roger, and
Yeah.
they were flying the drone or whatever. And
Yeah.
man, Michael like throws it or something. Was it?
Yeah.
That? Yeah, he throws it, and that's how he.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The whole thing,
Go ahead.
she watches him stab him to death, which is really sad.
That was so
really
sad.
upset
He
about
kept her alive for him to watch that. I mean, for her to watch that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick, man.
Yeah, he got a kick out of it for sure. But
He kept turning.
yeah, you see that? You see that?
Just kept going.
But yeah, but the one thing that I did kind of like was at the end where he's going on his massacre of all these people in the circle he's killing. Jamie Lee Curtis is doing like a monologue, and she's kind of talking to the cop, you know, the OG cop. I guess I technically he's still alive too. I can't think of his name.
He is alive.
Yeah,
I'll tell you in just a hot second.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Can't even
But
see
it was
him.
it was
he was a character that was from the first movie ever. Supposedly in there he was a younger version of himself. He was like a rookie cop, and he also had an encounter with Mikey around that time when he was a rookie, but missed all his shots, tried to hunt him down, and then nothing, let him get away. And so, you know, years later he gets an encounter with him again, but fails again.
Yeah. So they're kind of having a conversation as it's cutting to Michael killing all these people. And Jamie Lee Curtis kind of says, it's like, she goes, I need to kill him. He's not gonna die with me alive. Which is kind of like, oh, it kind of sets up going forward. And but they also, she kind of says, she's like, he's not human. Which I'm like, yes, you finally say it, like he's not human. Like she kind of, in a sense, like in a nutshell, said like he's evil in a body, you know, basically, you know, it's like, so I mean, not she didn't say the devil or anything like that, but he's just pure evil, like in a human body, you know, and I'm like, okay, so you're like kind of, you know, you're not going witchcraft kind of stupid shit like they did back then, but you're kind of like saying like he's not also human, but you're not quite saying he's supernatural, but you're kind of getting to that. So it's like, it gives you a little bit more of a reason to believe it than like, you know, because he's not just a person, you know. And she even said like, you can't kill him physically. You can't, like, you know, physical stuff is not going to kill him. So it definitely sets up for the next one, which I don't know if you already know. The next one's already been kind of announced unofficially. Halloween Ends. So that, like, before they even knew if this was gonna be good or bad, they already got, you know, the next one set up, which I think I could be wrong, but I thought I read that they said that like that's it, it's going to end. Like 13 films later, Michael's gonna be dead until they reboot it again. Oh man. Yeah. But the ending I liked, but the ending was definitely left open. It wasn't a for me a true ending. It was a setup ending, which I don't mind, but it also kind of upsets me because I want an ending.
So what you're saying is you wanted either. So what would be an ending besides him living? Then you want him to die,
or at least pretend to die? Because in the last one, you thought he, you know, got shot in the head or whatever and burned in the house. You're like, okay, yeah,
good ending. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, at least it had an ending. This one didn't. It just like she even said flat out, I need to kill him and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, you know, it was like that. So I think Oli's ready for us to give our official reviews on it, which
Let's do it.
Anything else real quick before we talk about our rating?
No, just I would say because this movie came out, probably expect new cosmetics to be released from the video game Dead by Daylight. That's on PC, PS, and Xbox, and all Google Stadia, Nintendo Switch. It's everywhere. But expect probably some more cosmetics just because this movie did so well. That's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the box office and all that good stuff. You want to break down how we do it here? How we rate
Definitely.
movies?
Oh yeah. So the way we do it here on the Nerd Huddle, we are the Spoiler Kings. We review blockbuster movies every Monday, and we do it one way. You rate it a now, a later, or a never. A now means you have to drop everything and watch this film because the hype is real. A later means you can put it on the back burner and catch it on the fly. And a never means don't even give it time of day. What'd you think about the movie, man?
Halloween Kills, I gotta give it a later. It was good. You know, I think it's definitely worth a watch, but I don't think it's like you gotta like watch it right now. I enjoyed it a lot. It had a lot of flaws, a lot of issues, but I think the biggest letdown was the ending. And I'm like, they should have announced this as like, hey, we have 2 movies coming out. And I think it would have prepped me a little bit more. I was like, oh, I know this is not gonna be an ending. You know what I mean? And the way it
Right.
ended, it just went to ending. I was like, is that it? What? And that one kind of like upset me. So it's definitely, I think it's gonna this movie might be better after the next one comes out. You know, because then it's really one big movie. I think it was gonna be. So, but overall, it was good. It got the gore, got Michael Myers, stalking people and killing and doing some pretty good kills, good gore. It was a fun watch for sure. So for me, you get a later. So before we move on, Oli said this is a now movie, which I'm not surprised by that, by all the love she was given, all the stats and everything. And then Michael's body count is 28. Is that just in this movie, or is that an altogether? Because I feel like that could be just this movie.
That was just this movie. It had to be
Is it?
because in the past, I think I forgot what number he was at, but he was at like 30 something, no? Yeah, he was at like 30 something, 34. Because
There's a lot of deaths.
Yeah, in this
Death
movie.
in this movie.
Because I think Jason, you know how many he has? He has like 100 and something. Like he's ridiculously just slaughtering out here. But Mikey doesn't come as close. Just because they don't write it in. That's all. A lot of Mikey's kills are quality kills. They're not quantity, they're quality.
Yeah. Like he lets people know that you're going to die. Where Jason is like, maybe we can get away. Michael's like, nah. Once you see him, you know it's over. Like game over. That's it, man. So what about you, man? How do you rate?
So I almost feel like I have like a bias or something because I love Michael Myers. My phone screen, where is that been? No, I don't have it here. My phone lock screen is Michael Myers. I live and breathe Michael Myers. So like I had a lot of expectations for a movie like this, right? I give this movie a now only on the premise that it had a lot of great setting up. I love when a movie can execute that perfectly to where they leave you on the edge of your seat, wanting to know what happens or how is it gonna all end. I respect that. So I like that. I like the fact that his kills were creative and more on the gory side, even though that's more of a modern thing because that's not classic Mikey. Mikey's more mysterious and you see more silhouettes and all this stuff, right? Always darkness. So because he got like some nice kills, because I was so invested in the characters, even when they died, that's why I give it a now. It was just it tied everything together so far to where I'm like, okay, I'm expecting now like even more expectation for this next one to like be the grand slam, even though it's only 3 for this
I agree.
timeline.
Yeah. I agree because it seems like this is it's gonna be like a trilogy, right? Because there's Halloween, the 2018 Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends is the next one, which I don't even know when that's coming out. So I guess it's like the final trilogy of everything, and it'll be 13 movies, which is a good number to end on when you're a horror film. So that fits perfect.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with the setting up. It definitely set up a lot. It brought back everything, dude. It brought back everything kind of that was important, I should say. So it was definitely a fun watch, But yeah, if you're a diehard, if you like you and like Oli and chat, like you guys like your Michael Myers, this is definitely a now. I like Michael, but it was just kind of like I wanted an ending, and I think that's why one thing why a lot of you guys, because there's so many Easter eggs. Yeah, I mean, like the mask thing I didn't know, and the whole thing is just Easter eggs throwing back to like everything, which is cool. I like when they do that, when it's like the finale and it's been years later, like 40 years later, like let's pull everything out of the box and do it all. So going into Rotten Tomatoes. Oh boy, it got 39% on the tomato meter. So the critics did not enjoy it. Yeah, and audience is at 71%. So the audience is liked it a little bit more. Let's see what some of the critics said. So obviously horror geek life, Melissa said she gave it a tomato. She gave it good. While some writing choices may not sit well with fans, Halloween Kills effectively raises the stakes for the finale. She gave it a 3.9 out of 5. So but yeah, there's like other ones in review online. Perhaps this film is a calculated ploy to make us all go easier on the intended magnum opus finale chapter. After all, what could be worse than Halloween Kills? So he's saying he's saying this is bad, like really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other people that kind of like doing the same thing. Said pointless and blood and gore, and and if you like blood, gore, and body count sky high, you're in luck.
It's got a specific demographic that this movie's going for. It's really not I know, like, Mikey's rated E for everybody, but the movie is not. I will say that it's a very specific, like, kink, if you will. Which, man, did you know there's a big kink like community amongst this movie? Did you know that?
Like dressing up as Michael and.
No. Women want to be like killed by Michael Myers. They get aroused, and not just women, actually, men too. There's a lot of love for Mikey. Amongst the
this movie
community.
was way better than Halloween 6. Sorry, Paul. Yeah.
Ouch.
I would say it's better than It's better than most of Halloween, but the first one I think just makes it. Daddy Myers.
That's good.
Well, now we know why you have the costume, huh?
Hey.
So these are some of the audience said oh my god, what an insult to the franchise, a comical illogical storyline with Jamie Lee Curtis poorly used. I do agree with that. She was very underused and not used correctly.
That's fair.
And why the stupid open ending again? Why I didn't like it was the open ending. You have indeed killed Halloween with this ridiculous sequel. I don't think it was that bad. It was better than a lot of the last ones. But
that's what I felt like. Oh my god.
Nowhere near the first two. I thought. I think the first two are still my favorite because they were just so well done.
OG ones,
1 and 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If we had to compare, old school to new school, I definitely go the old school route. The first two, best. Just
which is why the opening scene that pulled me in. I'm like, man, let's go with the old retro music, the camera shots, like I get like the they had the old 80s cars, like the box, like cars, cop cars, but I knew right away it was they didn't tell you it was a flashback scene. You kind of like piece it together, obviously, but just the way it was shot and the music and everything, I was like, oh dude, like, yes, like, is this what this movie's gonna be? And then it kind of went to more modern day Rob Zombie kind of styles, and I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't hate it, but there's like 3 timelines. Yeah, it's true. There's so many timelines. There's so many things happening. But hopefully this can kind of tie it all up. And then last thing, we'll talk about the box office, because this did pretty dang good. Considering it's also on Peacock. which is pretty crazy because so many people were like this movie didn't do good because it's on Disney Plus, or this didn't do well because I was on HBO Max. Well, this was on Peacock, and it still made $50.4 million, which is not bad.
Ow!
Not bad.
That's good.
Not bad. So, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's like the best, but it won the weekend for sure. I'm trying to think what else. Like the other one was The Last Duel, which I'm not like waiting to watch because that one I think is gonna suck. But yeah, I mean, it did pretty good considering stuff like that. No Time to Die, which we talked about last week. That made another 24 million, and that's only in theaters. So that's not too bad. But yeah, it's not too bad for where it's at. I'm trying to see if like how many kills, blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. So Oli said we went to the 7 p.m. show and thank the baby gods there was no issues this time. Right? Yeah, it seemed like every time you guys had issues.
We had to switch it up. We had to go to our Norwich theater. We have a few set 3 that we go to. We had to hit up that one just because we know that's the one where we don't want to have any problems. Least amount of kids there.
Yeah, that was not too bad. Man, if you guys want to go for you guys ever go to Movie Co in Rosemont?
We do not. I wouldn't mind though.
It's not
trying it out.
It's not too far. It's pretty nice. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been there, but it's. I remember when I first moved out to the burbs, and we went to Movie Co. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And it was a really fun experience. Really fun experience. Very comfortable theaters, good food, really good food actually. And then you have all the Rosemont bars and restaurants right there, so so you can watch a movie and then go ice skating pretty soon.
Snap.
So nice little date night. But yeah, look at Movie Co. It's right in Rosemont, right there, free parking. So you don't have to worry about parking.
Right.
But yeah, man. Anything else? So do you think it's gonna be another good weekend for Michael next week? Because next week, I believe Dune
Halloween
is gonna also be in. Well, Dune is coming out in theaters.
Okay.
And I believe HBO Max. I think it's international right now on HBO Max or whatever they're using international. But Dune is going to be the next big one, which is what we're talking about next week. And talk about like super fans. Dune's got a lot of super fans, so it's going to be the Michael fans versus the Dune fans in theaters. But it's also on HBO Max.
Oh,
so that might play into it as well. So. But do you think it's gonna have another good weekend, or more people are just gonna rewatch it? Like, would you and Oli watch it again, like on Peacock?
Oh, we've already watched it like 3 times on Peacock.
Did you?
They're gonna make all their sales from me.
Yeah, right.
So we've already watched it a few times on Peacock.
That's
not a lie. And yeah, I think it's definitely gonna do great because Halloween is this next coming weekend. Yeah. So I definitely think people are just, it's spooky season, everyone's decorating, everyone's getting to the spirit of it all. So man, it's a Festivus for the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. So actually talking about like Halloween coming up, usually I don't do too much on this channel. Well, actually I don't know if I do or not, but so we got all our shows. So our Thursday show over on the Nerd Huddle, we are doing you're licking it. We're gonna do something a little different because we usually talk about whatever's trending and stuff like that. We decided we're gonna do a Halloween candy draft. So it's gonna be like a football draft where you get a list of candy, and there's gonna be a bunch of us in the group, and we're just gonna do a draft. So we go, one person to the next, and we all pick a candy from the list. And at the end, we decide who has the best candy bag, who has the best candy draft. So that's going to be fun. I think that's going to be really fun. It's going to be fun to do. I think a lot of the Nerd Huddle guys want to join in on it. So it's going to be fun. I don't know if are you going to be there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's candy.
Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty fun. Hopefully I got a list of candy going. I don't think it's gonna be enough because I think everyone said they want to be in this episode, which is gonna be super fun. I think it's gonna be super fun. So it's this Halloween candy right before you get it, on Sunday. So that's gonna be super fun to do. And then was that this week? Or I believe that's this week, right? No, next week. I'm sorry, next week, the 28th. Next week, the 28th, where we're doing it. So the Thursday right before, so a little ahead of time. But and then these are all our other shows. So check out the Nerd Huddle. We got all your sports stuff. We're starting a basketball one this week. It's not going to be live, but we're going to start doing basketball because NBA is about to start. So you want all your sports stuff, go check out the Nerd Huddle, link in the description. And then, as always, make sure you follow us on the Spoiler Kings. Give us a sub. We appreciate you guys that come and hang out with us. Always in chat. But yeah, and then also, before we leave, if you're watching live, we're about to announce the winner for the Space Jam code. So if you're watching live, stick around. If you're not watching live, make sure you sub to us and you come check us out because we are giving away movie codes. We're going to try every week. It might be 1 or 2 weeks where it doesn't happen, but we're going to try for most weeks. We're going to get some movies out to you guys, and it should be pretty fun. But anything else, dude?
Nah, man. Would you watch this again?
Maybe. I can, yeah. Like you said, it's the season. I probably would watch the original before I watch this one again. Like if I really wanted to watch Michael Myers, I think I would watch the original.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So, yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, that's just me.
That's all I got. Yeah, I just want to know. Like, I know me. I've watched it a few times, so I want to know. Like, should the fans, should the viewers at home, should they watch this movie? Should they watch it and should they watch it again? I think so. You do too. You think a later time? I think now. That's all good.
I'll definitely watch it again at some point. For sure. Especially before the next one comes out. I think I'll definitely watch this one. Just to get caught up on it. Yeah. But yeah. Like I said, if you're watching live, stick around. If you're watching on replay, we will check you guys out later. So see you guys next week.
Bye.
Cool. All right. Cut that out. Write this down. Oh, do you want to do like a little intro?
Sure. Yes.
With your mask?
Yeah, I can be more prepared this time. So hell yeah.
Yeah. So then I'll come up. I'm like, hey, welcome to Spoiler Kings. Will said he's gonna join us. I'm like, oh wait, look, he just joined, and I bring it up, but it's empty, and then you just slide in with Michael Myers. Yeah.
Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. Damn, it's hard to get out the frame.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, no big deal.
Probably this side. Yes.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I can do it. This side I can.
All right. I mean, are you ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. 1 second. Take off the glasses.
Then I can just cut this in the front.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hear you for just a hot second. Gotta get into character. Like he don't speak.
Yeah. Yeah. So I figure you just come in and then start stabbing the camera, and then I can cut it so blood drips down, and Spoiler King.
Okay. Rehearsal,
right.
Real quick.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. All right.
That's good. Let me do this. All right, hold on. Let me. There we go. All right, you ready? So I'm gonna hide your screen off for a second.
Okay, give me a cue. Maybe adjust your glasses when I should come out.
Oh, I'll do. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'll say I'm like, hey, Will, are you there, Will? And then you can just start easing in.
Got it.
Hey, cool. All right. This is gonna be so awesome. All right. I'm gonna bring you down for a second. All right. Ready? Let me mark it in. 7:45. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings movie review. Will said he's gonna show up. I don't know where he's at yet. Oh wait, he just came up right now. Hey, Will, you there, dude? Will? I don't know. He's starting to scare me. Will?
What is up? It is me. Fucking shit.
Probably when you start stabbing, I'll
put some blood spots in there.
Yeah, I'll like bring it down and throw up the logo, and that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
By the way, for comment, what is it called? Community guidelines. It's not a knife. It's a damn nail file. So get over yourself. But anyway, on TikTok, I'll get flagged because they think I'm doing something dangerous. I'm not dangerous.
Seriously, right?
Just goofy.
All right. Let me give me a second to get this the giveaway ready.
The show.
That was good.
That's fun, man.
So yeah, so dude, when you did your video for the thing, I thought that was pretty funny. I didn't see how it did on how it did on TikTok.
Neither have I, actually.
I haven't really checked.
I don't know. I throw them up, little layup. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, little finger roll, and I just hope it goes in. I don't usually look back too much. This one, I feel like I want to though. I feel like this one probably should have done well, but oh well. It was pretty fun. I recorded this with my son, and he was super excited because he's a really big basketball fan. He loves basketball. He's like naturally gifted, like amongst most of his family, like as far as like his cousins, he's like naturally gifted. He can like shoot threes like nothing. He can dunk.
Really?
Yeah. Without trying. I've never trained this kid really. Like the little that I've shown him, like he's a little all-star. Stay tuned for clips. Nah. Another show. But yeah, so giveaway this time was for the one and only movie that just came out.
URL. It should be correct URL.
What's going on?
Thing it's not the correct URL, which I'm like I'm literally copying and pasting it.
Age restriction? No, it can't be age restriction. What are you trying to do?
No, because this says like I have to put in the URL of the short, which I'm like, yeah. URL. Copy. And then I paste it. Here, let me restart this. YouTube.
Oh, all good. I can talk behind the scenes, if anything. So I filmed this, or I made this short in my backyard. It was a nice space that I could do it. I have the top patio, which is like an elevated piece to where I set up my tripod. So that's why I was able to get some overhead shots. Pretty cool stuff. Like I used like a lot of what I learned in college to record this bad boy. Like I don't have crazy skills in recording, but I know enough to like leave negative space around me, and like at least when you're recording movement, if you're still, not a big deal. When you're recording movement, like you gotta have some space.
Yeah.
So right now what we're doing is just trying to get the giveaway set up. It's not rigged. This is a fair giveaway to which we use a third-party site to automatically pick the winner from a list of comments that you guys submitted. The hashtag for this one was, what was it again?
La Flop Jam.
There you go. Hashtag the flop jam. That's right.
Yeah, which is super. What made you come up with that one? You came up with this one.
I've always just known him as La Flop because he just like, and I mixed that with Space Jam, La Flop Jam.
Yeah.
I don't know, just being silly.
Yeah,
what's up?
That's super funny.
Crying? She's crying.
We're laughing.
Crying, laughing. Yeah. What? I don't know what's going on.
I just shared the meme. You should see it.
You just seen what?
I shared a meme.
Oh, okay.
You should look at it. It's really funny.
Okay, I'll check it out in just a hot second. Okay.
We look at it on stream. Is that what you wanted?
You want me to look it on the stream?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it related to what we're doing? No, no. It's okay.
No.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right.
She's wild. She's just laughing up a storm.
She's laughing. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll probably cut that part and put it at the backside of this.
Okay.
But cool. So we are going to do our giveaway right now. But as always, we watched a little short before we go.
Hello?
So,
Like, follow, and comment down below #LitFlopJam for your chance to win a free digital copy of Space Jam: A New Legacy,
That is so
starring LeBron James. The winner will be announced Monday night in the Spoiler Kings movie review at the Nerd Huddle. Good luck.
I like you had your son in it. That was cute.
Right.
So I was gonna try to cut some of the actual video of the movie, but it looked too weird. Like it didn't
If you
didn't
like
make
what you see, feel free to comment down below what your favorite part of the video is. Remember, here at the Nerd Huddle, it's nerd or nothing.
that was super awesome, dude.
Thanks, man.
That was super
It was fun to make.
Yeah, so I you recorded it and I edited some things in there. Like when your son passed the ball, I was trying to see if he could pass it to LeBron, but I couldn't quite get a good enough clip. But yeah, that kind of worked out. But yeah, it was good. I was just trying to throw in like some Looney Tune things, dancing LeBrons in there with you. So it was fun, man. When you send it to me, just like you dancing and stuff, I was like, oh, that's funny. But you got your inspiration from the Scary Movie, one of the Scary Movie films, where they're making fun of an old school commercial at the time, and they're like bouncing and they're doing all that weird stuff, and they're like in the camera in the face. Oh man. But there was a version where I sliced certain parts of it into it, but it was just a little. It didn't. Sometimes it doesn't flow right, and I feel like that didn't flow right. So I was just gonna let you do it all by yourself. And I think it worked out better though. That worked out pretty good.
Thank you, man.
But so we're gonna do just all the comments. We got 6 comments that gave the hashtag #LaFlopJam. I never click on the thing, so we're the only one using #LaFlopJam. How about that?
That's funny.
Yeah, there you go. So we got 6 people coming in with #LaFlopJam trying to win the movie, which we got here. So this is what we use to pick random. We just do the video, make sure we add the comment, and then we got 6 of you guys in there. So you ready? I need to add a drum roll to my little soundbite.
Oh,
all right.
I just want this one to lay down with me.
Okay. Good night, baby.
Good night.
There you go. Oh,
We got Joan Cubes. Yeah,
nice job, man.
they won this one. I think she
Nice job.
Yep, was in there. So we'll make sure to reach out to you, and you can get your free copy of Space Jam: The New Legacy with LeBron James. I think.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. So let me bring this down.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, Joan will message you in a little bit about it. But next week's movie we don't know yet. But we'll try to give out something. I think I should have like Snake Eyes possibly. We'll see if that's even worth giving away.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, I think I gave it a never. I think you might have gave it a later. I don't remember. I gave it a never because that was trash. You can watch the review. I'll put the little link so you can watch the review for Snake Eyes, and the review for Space Jam, what we thought about it as well, are gonna be up here somewhere. But yeah, man, congrats, Joan Cubes. And then make sure you guys all stick around for next week, and we'll probably be making a video sometime this weekend, and let you guys win another digital code from the Spoiler King. Any last words, Will?
Stay classy.
Yep, there you go. All right, guys. Congrats, Joan, and we'll see you guys later.
Deuce.